خلافتنا بمسرور فتية عظيم شأنها بين البرية.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to a new episode of Beacon of Guidance. This series is a compilation of questions and answers given by our beloved Hazur, Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad. May Allah be his helper. The questions are from various virtual mulaqats and compiled letters from Ahmadis all over the world. We have two segments to this program. During the first segment, we'll show you answers which Hazur has given at various virtual mulaqats. And in the second segment, we'll show replies to letters which beloved Hazur has given in response to various questions from across the world. Let's now turn to Kababir for our first question. On Saturday, the 5th of June 2021, beloved Hazur blessed Ahmadi Muslims from Kababir with a virtual mulaqat in Urdu. His Holiness was asked about the status of Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa Mosque according to the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community. Let's take a look.
ابھی جو امیر صاحب شریف عہدے صاحب نے ایڈریس پیش کیا اس میں اس سرزمین کو انبیاء کی سابقہ انبیاء کی سرزمین اور دیار مقدس کا نام دیا، تو اس لحاظ سے وہ تو خود ہی ظاہر ہو گیا کہ ہم کیا سمجھتے ہیں. اگر یہ نہ یہ کہتے، اس کی اہمیت نہ ہوتی تو امیر صاحب کو یہ مینشن کرنے کی ضرورت کوئی نہیں تھی کہ یہ کیا زمین ہے. اب مجھے یہ بتائیں کہ غیر احمدی جو ہیں، غیر احمدی مسلمان، وہ کیا سمجھتے ہیں اس سرزمین کو یا مسجد اقصیٰ کو؟
وہاں کہ حضرت صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم وہاں اترے تھے، ان کے مادی جسم میں، مطلب وہ اترے تھے، اور جو ہم اسے کشف کہتے ہیں.
مادی جسم میں تو اترے ہی نہیں تھے، یہ تو ایسی غلط، ہاں یہ تو ایسی غلط ہے. ٹھیک ہے، اور ہم کیا کہتے ہیں احمدی؟
ہم کہتے ہیں کہ وہاں کشف تھا اور وہ ہماری پہلی قبلہ تھی، تو اس چیز کے لیے وہ مقدس بھی ہے.
ٹھیک ہے، قبلہ تھا اور قبلہ بدل گیا، بلکہ مدینہ میں ہجرت کرنے کے کئی مہینے، 16-17 مہینے کے بعد شاید قبلہ بدلا. تو یہ تو ہو گیا، لیکن اس کی حضرت مسلم احمد نے کافی ساری تشریح کی ہوئی ہے، جو دل کو لگتی ہیں تشریحیں، ان میں سے بعض میں ذکر کر دیتا ہوں. ایک تو یہ ہے، یہ کشف تھا، یہ ظاہر کرنے کے لیے صرف بیت المقدس کے بارے میں نہیں تھا، بلکہ یہ تھا کہ آپ ہجرت کریں گے، مدینہ جائیں گے، اور مدینہ کا مقام وہ ہو جائے گا جس کی طرف لوگوں کی نظر ہوگی، اس سے بڑھ جائے گا. ٹھیک ہے. دوسری بات یہ کہ بیت المقدس کا جو علاقہ ہے، اس علاقے میں اسلام پھیلے گا اور مسلمانوں کے قبضے میں آئے گا، اور کئی صدیوں تک یہ مسلمانوں کے قبضے میں رہا. اس کے بعد مسلمانوں کی اپنی کمزوریاں اور نااہلیوں اور غلطیوں کی وجہ سے ہاتھ سے نکل گیا. ٹھیک ہے. تو ہم یہ کہتے ہیں جب کہ اس کا ایک مقام ہے، وہ مقام تو بہرحال ہے، لیکن ایک یہ بھی تشریح اس کی ہے کہ وہ اسرار جو تھا، ایک تو وہ جسمانی اسرار نہیں تھا، وہ روحانی تھا، کشفی تھا، اور ایک رات میں گئے اور واپس آ گئے اور بہت ساری چیزیں دیکھیں، اور اس کی ایک لمبی تشریح ہے. ٹھیک ہے. لیکن وہ اس کی وجہ سے مدینہ کو مقام مل گیا. اور اب دیکھ لیں کہ جو بیت المقدس باوجود اس کے کہ ایک وقت میں ایسا تھا کہ وہ قبلہ تھا مسلمانوں کے لیے بھی، لیکن جب اللہ تعالیٰ نے قبلہ بدلا، تحویل قبلہ ہوا، تو پھر اس کے بعد کیا ہوا؟ اس کے بعد مدینہ کو اس سے بڑھ کے مقام مل گیا. اب مدینہ کی طرف جو رخ ہے، وہ اس باوجود اس کے کہ یہاں انبیاء کی سرزمین ہے، مقدس سرزمین ہے، اس کے باوجود جو مدینہ کا مقام ہے وہ اس کا نہیں ہے. لیکن ٹھیک ہے، اس لیے یہ کہنا کہ پہلا یہ قبلہ تھا اس لیے اس کا مقام بڑھ گیا، مقام تو اس کا خود ہی کم ہو گیا مدینہ سے، اور یہ سب مسلمان مانتے ہیں. پہلے مکہ ہے، پھر مدینہ ہے، پھر ٹھیک ہے اس کا بھی ایک مقدس جگہ ہے، اور اس لحاظ سے ہم اس کو تسلیم کرتے ہیں کہ یہ صحیح جگہ ہے. लेकिन जहाँ तक इसराह का सवाल है कि उस वजह से मुक़द्दस हो गया कि आन सल्लम का यहाँ इसराह हुआ था, वो उसको हम नहीं मानते। वो तो कशफी नज़ारा था और सारा सफ़र था जो हुआ और बहुत सारी चीज़ें बीच में हुई। तो हम ये मानते हैं कि बैतुल मक़दस का एक मुकाम है, अम्बिया की एक मुकाम होने की हैसियत से। लेकिन इसको हम मदीना से ऊपर तो बहरहाल नहीं कहते। मक्का और मदीना का अपना एक मुकाम है। दूसरे यहाँ रहने वाले जो हैं उनका फ़र्ज़ है कि जो इनकी जगह है उसकी हिफाजत करें, ठीक है। तो ये सारी चीज़ें जो हैं ये बताती हैं कि गो इसका बेशक पहले ये किबला था, लेकिन जब अल्लाह ताला ने कहा कि किबले का रुख बदलो, तो किबले का ना सिर्फ रुख बदला गया बल्कि मदीने का मुकाम उससे ऊंचा हो गया। जब मदीने का मुकाम ख़ुद अल्लाह ताला ने ऊंचा कर दिया और हज़रत सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने ऊंचा कर दिया, तो फिर इसमें बाकी ये क्या बात रहेगी, इसमें बहस करने की ज़रूरत क्या है कि क्या समझते हैं या क्या समझते हैं। तीसरे दर्जे की एक मुक़द्दस जगह है, ठीक है, हम मानते हैं मुक़द्दस जगह है, अम्बिया की जगह है, मानते हैं अम्बिया की जगह है, और उसके और यहाँ मुसलमान आबाद थे और अल्लाह ताला ने पेशगोइयाँ भी की हुई हैं कि मुसलमान होंगे। और बाद में फिर अगर यहूदी अपना किरदार सही तरह अदा नहीं करेंगे तो फिर मुसलमानों का कब्ज़ा होगा, लेकिन वो जंगों और तोपों से नहीं होगा, वो दुआओं से होगा। और वो दुआएं मोमिनीन की दुआएं होंगी। इसलिए जितने मोमिन ज़्यादा पैदा होंगे और दुआएं करेंगे, हुकूकुल्लाह और हुकूकुल इबाद करने वाले होंगे, उतनी जल्दी इस जगह पे उनका कब्ज़ा हो जाएगा। तो बहरहाल ये एक मुकाम है इस जगह का, इस जगह के लिहाज से, और मुसलमानों को फ़र्ज़ है कि इसकी हिफाजत करें। लेकिन ये कहना कि इसराह का अगर के सवाल से अगर ये कह देना कि जी क्योंकि आन सल्लम ज़ाती तौर पे यहाँ आए, जिस्मानी तौर पे आए, वो गलत चीज़ है, उसको तो बहरहाल हम नहीं मानते।
For our second question, beloved Hazur had graced a virtual mulaqat with press and media from the Gambia on Saturday the 22nd of May 2021. One of the journalists asked Hazur's views on the injustices of Muslims around the world. Let's take a look.
My question is, we are witnessing a lot of injustice and atrocities happening going in the world against the Muslim. As the leader of the Jamaat, what do you think? What trigger all this heinous crime against the Muslims, Ummah?
I have already told you in the other question that because our leadership is not fair, they are not sincere with their objectives. They all have their own vested interests. You see, now we can see that Israel has killed more than 200 Palestinians. Then if you see what Saudi Arab did with Yemen, thousands of people were killed and displaced and removed from their houses. And then what happened in Syria and Iraq? If the Muslim world is not united and they are killing each other, how can we say that we can maintain peace in the world? Until and unless we as a Muslim world become united, and then there should be unifying force, unity and one voice, and that will serve the purpose. But because our enemy knows that we are not one, although we claim ourselves to be Muslim Ummah, but as Ummah we are not working together. So this is the cause of all these atrocities being committed against Muslims. If you are one, there would not have been any power who dare to fight against Muslims.
For our third question, we will turn to Mauritius. On the 13th of March 2021, Majlis Khudam al-Ahmadiyya were blessed with a virtual mulaqat with beloved Hazur. One of the members had informed Hazur that the numbers of Khudam al-Atfal are low for Friday prayers due to them attending schools. Hazur replied by giving some solutions to this type of situation. Let's take a look.
Huzur, the number of atfal and young khuddam who attend Jummah prayers is very low because of schools.
You see, this is the problem everywhere. Obviously, when they are in the school, they cannot attend Jummah prayer. But during holidays, they should try to attend Jummah prayer. Ask them that, okay, now because this is your somehow genuine excuse, then, but if it is possible that some of the atfal or khuddam join together and offer their Jummah prayer in their schools, if it is permitted there, right? Or you can contact schools and ask them that if they can be given some free time or break during Jummah prayer so that they can come to attend their Jummah in the mosque nearest to them. That also depends on how can you arrange their going to the mosque and bringing them back to the school. Or if the school agrees, they can totally give them the break after 12 o'clock so that they can come home and then go to the Jummah prayer with their parents. You see, that is the duty of the parents as well, that if school agrees that they can give them the time, they can give them the break on Jummahs, half day on Jummahs, then it is the duty of the parents to go to the schools and bring their children. First of all, you will have to contact the schools. And obviously, when you are contacting the schools, your parents should also be involved in it. School will ask you, who are you to say that we should give some break to the student, until and unless their parents are involved. Huh? So you make a joint program with the Tarbiyah Secretary and the Lajna Tarbiyah Secretary, Jamaat Tarbiyah Secretary and Lajna Tarbiyah Secretary and Mohtam Atfal and Mohtam Tarbiyat. Then make a plan that how can we solve this problem. If school permits you, okay, we are ready to give break at this time on every Friday, then well and good. Otherwise, now there's no other solution for this. At least then, during holidays, at least, you should make it a point that every tifl comes to attend the Jummah prayer.
For the fifth question, Hazrat Khalifatul-Masih V, Ayyadallahu Ta'ala Nasr al-Aziz, blessed a virtual mulaqat with Majlis Atfalul Ahmadiyya UK on Saturday, the 24th of April, 2021. A tifl had asked if all sins are forgiven. Let's listen to the response.
My question is, many people sin but then pray to be forgiven. Therefore, are all sins forgiven?
You see, Allah knows better. We cannot decide that that person will be forgiven or not. Even Allah Ta'ala has said that I am the Malik and Allah, the God. I know whom I am going to forgive and whom I will not. You see, there was a story. There was a person who was a very pious person. He asked another person who was not that pious that since you are not offering 5 daily prayers and you are committing bad things, you will be sent to hell. The person who was not very much pious said that, who are you to say that I will be sent to hell? It is Allah who will decide. But the person who thought himself to be very pious and or in another way he should say that he was quite arrogant in this regard, said no, it is definite, it is quite certain that you will be sent to hell. It so happened that coincidentally both of them died at the same time, right? When the soul reached to Allah Ta'ala asked the person who was apparently very pious person that who are you to decide that who is going to hell and who is going to heaven? It is me who has to decide. I am the God, all-powerful and omnipotent Allah. Right? Then you said to this person that he will go to hell, and you thought yourself to be a very pious person and you will go to heaven. So now decision is in my hand. So I decide that this person whom you were thinking will go to hell, I am sending him to heaven. And you, because of your arrogance and thinking that you have done so many good things, you will go to heaven, I am sending you to hell. So now it is Allah Ta'ala who decides who is going to heaven and who is going to hell. But our duty is that we should try to follow the commandments of Allah Ta'ala. Don't at the same time try Allah Ta'ala, that He will, whatever we do, we shall be forgiven and we shall go to heaven. Allah Ta'ala says that these are my commandments, these are my injunctions, this is my teaching, this has been given in the Holy Quran. If you are a true believer, true Muslim, then to follow my commandments and injunctions. Right? And then if you do it, then it is my promise that I will send you to heaven. Being a human being, you might commit some small sins, that those small sins will also be forgiven by Allah Ta'ala.
We will now start the second segment of the program. In this segment, we'll be taking a look at questions and answers which have been taken from an article from Al-Hakam called Answers to Everyday Issues, which is guidance that Hazrat Amir al-Mu'mineen, Khalifatul-Masih V, Ayyadallahu Ta'ala bin Nasr al-Aziz, has given on various occasions in his written correspondence and during MTA programs. For our first letter, a lady wrote to Hazrat Amir al-Mu'mineen, Khalifatul-Masih V, Ayyadallahu Ta'ala bin Nasr al-Aziz, that an Ahmadi had said in response to a question on his YouTube channel that Khatam was the name of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and therefore there was nothing wrong with adding the phrase Khatamun Nabiyyin to Muhammadur Rasulullah in the Shahada, and that Ahmadur Rasulullah as well as Muzammil or Mudassir could be added as they too were the names of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. She asked whether this view was correct. Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, Khalifatul-Masih V, Ayyadallahu Ta'ala bin Nasr al-Aziz, while replying to the above question in a letter dated the 20th of October 2020, gave the following instructions.
In reference to what you have written in your letter, if this person, an Ahmadi, has indeed said so, then they are wrong. It is not at all the position of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat that such a change can take place in the Shahada. Wherever the words of the Shahada appear in the hadith of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, his personal name Muhammad has been mentioned in every instance. Nowhere did the Holy Prophet ﷺ or his companions use any of his attributive names instead of his personal name. Moreover, the just arbiter Hakam and Adl of this age, the promised Messiah ﷺ, has also stated the same Shahada across his writings and other discourses, and has only used the personal name of the Holy Prophet ﷺ in the Shahada. Hence, not only is this kind of change against uniformity, but it is also against the basic teachings of Islam. Therefore, every Ahmadi ought to avoid such things.
For the second letter, a person asked about a hadith of Sunan Darqutni, wherein the Holy Prophet ﷺ said after the Eid prayer that he was going to deliver the Eid sermon. The Prophet ﷺ said that whoever wished to stay could stay, and whoever wished to leave could leave. The person asked whether this hadith was correct. Upon this, Hazur Anwar, Ayyadallahu Ta'ala bin Nasr al-Aziz, in his letter dated the 20th of October 2020, granted the following reply.
The hadith regarding leave from the Eid sermon that you have mentioned in your letter with reference to Darqutni has also been narrated in Sunan Abi Dawud. It is correct that the Holy Prophet ﷺ has not emphasized the listening of the Eid sermon as much as he has emphasized the attending of their Friday sermon and listening to it with complete silence. Based on this, fuqaha and other scholars have declared the Eid sermon a sunnah and mustahab, i.e. a desired action as practiced by the Holy Prophet ﷺ. However, alongside this, one should also remember that the Holy Prophet ﷺ has declared the attending of the Eid prayers and joining in the supplications of the Muslims a blessed act of virtue. He emphasized it to the extent that he instructed that a woman who does not have her own scarf should borrow it from one of her sisters to attend the Eid prayers. Moreover, he emphasized attending the Eid prayer for menstruating women with the instruction that they should join in the dua while staying out of the prayer area.
And for our third letter, a lady asked the following question about itikaf, which is done during the month of Ramadan. Is it allowed to perform the Ramadan itikaf at home, and can its duration be 3 days? In his letter dated the 9th of August 2015, Hazur Ayyadullah Ta'ala bin Nasr al-Aziz gave the following answer to this issue.
As far as the Masnoon i'tikaf according to the practice of the Prophet ﷺ is concerned, which is performed during Ramadan, it is proven from the Holy Quran and Hadith that it cannot be performed at home for 3 days. It is evident from the practice of the Holy Prophet ﷺ that he used to perform i'tikaf during Ramadan in the mosque for at least 10 days. Hence, the following is mentioned in a hadith. عن عائشة رضي الله عنها زوج النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كان يعتكف العشر الأواخر من رمضان حتى توفاه الله. The Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to perform i'tikaf in the last 10 days of Ramadan till he passed away. Likewise, in the Holy Quran, where Allah the Exalted has mentioned matters related to Ramadan, there He has also given commandments regarding i'tikaf. He says, وَلَا تُبَاشِرُوهُنَّ وَأَنْتُمْ عَاكِفُونَ فِي الْمَسَاجِدِ. That is, firstly, any conjugal relationship between a husband and a wife is not permitted during i'tikaf in Ramadan. And secondly, mosques are the places designated for i'tikaf. We also find further explanation of this issue in the hadith that the i'tikaf of Ramadan can only take place in a mosque. Hence, Hazrat Aisha radiallahu anha narrates, السنة على المعتكف ألا يعود مريضا ولا يشهد جنازة ولا يمس امرأة ولا يباشرها ولا يخرج لحاجة إلا لما لا بد منه ولا اعتكاف إلا بصوم ولا اعتكاف إلا في مسجد جامع. The sunnah for one who is observing i'tikaf is not to visit a patient, not to attend a funeral, not to touch his wife or have conjugal relationships with her, not to go out of the mosque for anything except for the most necessary reasons that cannot be avoided. There is no i'tikaf without fasting, and there is no i'tikaf except in a congregational mosque. Thus, according to the Holy Quran and the Hadith of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, the Masnoon i'tikaf of Ramadan, as practiced by the Holy Prophet ﷺ, is the one that is observed for at least 10 days in the mosque. This particular hadith of the Holy Prophet ﷺ and other such ahadith in which incidents are mentioned where light became visible to the Holy Prophet ﷺ or his companions are in fact part of the miracles of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Allah the Exalted has shown similar miracles in every era to prove the truthfulness of his prophets. We find such incidents in the lives of the prophets before the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And Allah the Exalted has also manifested several such incidents to prove the truthfulness of the promised Messiah alayhi salam, the most ardent servant of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
For our final letter, during a Friday sermon, Hazrat Amir al-Mu'mineen Ayyadullah Ta'ala bin Nasr al-Aziz said, the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave a stick to Hazrat Qatada bin al-Numan and said, use this stick to beat and drive out the jinn from your house. Hazur Ayyadullah Ta'ala bin Nasr al-Aziz was requested for further elaboration on this incident. Hazur Ayyadullah Ta'ala bin Nasr al-Aziz, in his letter dated the 29th of August 2019, further elucidated the matter and gave the following reply.
In this hadith, jinn refers to a thief or a harmful animal that had sneaked into the house of Hazrat Qatada bin al-Nu'man by taking advantage of the darkness of night. as it is the practice of Allah the Exalted that He grants His prophets the knowledge of the unknown in an extraordinary manner. On that occasion, Allah the Exalted had also informed the Holy Prophet ﷺ beforehand that a thief or a harmful animal had been hiding in Qatada bin al-Nu'man's house. Therefore, the Holy Prophet ﷺ informed him about the threat and instructed him to beat and drive away the thief or the animal with his stick once he arrives at his house. Similarly, other books elaborate on this incident, that when Hazrat Qatada bin al-Nu'man arrived at his house, his family members were all asleep and a hedgehog was hiding in a corner of the house, which he hit with his stick to chase away.
That concludes another episode of Beacon of Guidance. Join us again next time for more questions and answers with our beloved Hazur. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.